Hey everyone, this is John Wemke, employment attorney, El Paso, Texas. Today I want to talk to you about how to make a complaint without being a complainer. Now at some point in your employment you're going to have to deal with discrimination or some type of unlawful conduct from an employer, and you're going to have to make a complaint. And there's basically three rules that you want to remember in making a complaint. Number one, you want to make sure that complaint is documented. The best way is to send an email. This way you can send it to human resources and copy any supervisors that you think is important. If you use a company email address, make sure you print out a copy of your complaint just in case you get fired or you lose access to your email. The second way to complain is verbally, and there's nothing wrong with a verbal complaint, but again, you do want to follow up with some type of email or text message to whoever you complain to. Thank you for talking to me about age discrimination. I look forward to answering your questions or working with you. Again, you've confirmed that the complaint was made, who it was made to, and the subject of the complaint. The third way of making a complaint is through these hotline numbers or 1-800 numbers that you'll see sometimes in an employee handbook. Be cautious with those because those are usually manned by third parties. If you make a complaint through a hotline, try to get an employee name or an employee number of who you are speaking with, or ask that they verify the conversation with an email back to you. Now, the second rule that you need to remember in making complaints is make sure your complaint is concise. No one wants to read a 10-page thesis of why you think the company is terrible or why you feel you're being treated unfairly. Make sure it's no more than 1 or 2 pages. If you feel that you're being discriminated based on a specific law or a specific type of discrimination, reference it. Reference age discrimination, reference the Family Medical Leave Act, reference that you feel you're being treated unfairly since you announced your pregnancy or since you had your on-the-job injury. It's not enough that you just tell your employer, I feel that I'm being treated unfairly or my boss is mean. That is not a discrimination complaint. Another thing that you want to remember is you want to put down some specifics regarding the events that you believe support your claim. If there were some racist comments or ageist comments, make sure you reference those. If you're being treated differently because of your age and promotions are going to younger employees, reference what you think is the example of the discrimination. Now, the final thing to remember is always be professional in whatever you write. I've seen individuals that were truly discriminated against, but they made themselves look very poorly because they typed an email when they were angry and they attacked their supervisors, said some very unprofessional things, maybe used profanity. Remember, you always want to wear the white hat. You are making a complaint as a good employee and you want to give your employer an opportunity to rectify that issue. Always assume that someone's going to read that complaint 1 year or 2 years down the line. Okay? So those are the 3 things that you need to remember. If you make a complaint and follow these particular steps, there's a good chance that your employer will rectify the situation. If the discrimination continues or there's retaliation after you make that complaint, that written complaint that you made is going to be very important evidence in some type of subsequent lawsuit. So I hope I've answered some of your questions. Remember, work hard, work smart, and know your rights. Thank you.